Hello, greetings. How is everybody? Good evening. Happy Saturday. Exactly, Alpha Cat. Who do we got? I should probably pull this up on my phone because StreamYards doesn't always show everybody's messages for whatever reason. I'm prepared for class as always. You've all come to expect nothing less. Hello to Ivar, Dan, AB, Coda, Goldfinger, White Knight, Lord Scott, Will, Jeff, Mind Lives, Jason, Capone, Michael, Green Snake, O'Connell, Kirby, Tokyo, CGC, Tim, Punk Rock, Diet Snacks, a rare sight around here, Elizabeth, Steven. It's like fucking roll call. Happy Face, another rare sight. How you doing, buddy? So what? So my plan worked. I was able to get Aaron to go into full panic mode, try to do damage control, and go back to talking himself in circles again. Largoons, how's it hanging? What's going on? At least JLS can use those countdowns to learn how to count. That's true. Let's go through your comments real quick. Ralph, you should be a mod. Oh, hang on now. There you go. Let her rip, 9 less. There you go. Do we have anything pertinent here? Aaron said he uses Robinhood to buy the $4,000 lot with no mention of a loan. Looking forward to the truth. Okay. Notifications on AB. I've already said he has $2,500 left in Robinhood, so either the loan hasn't been repaid or he's lying. Tune in to find out. Yes, here we are. Goldfinger says, paid him for Sega Genesis lot during an auction. He will not respond to any of my emails. I've yet to receive a package from him or a response as to if I'll ever be getting it. Very disappointed. You'll have to contact him on Facebook. That's the rules. It's like Pick Rob and contacting him private. White Knight. Haven't been this psyched for a breakdown since Rudy Giuliani and crew went around to all 50 states to explain how Joe Biden stole the election. Glad I can entertain. Will, cheers, buddy. Jeff has dinner on the way. Catch it on the replay. If this doesn't get too foul, we could probably leave it up. Aaron X says, if tomorrow is a done deal. Okay, we'll get to that, yes. Because tomorrow was supposed to happen a long time ago. More ways than one. Picture of Aaron is scary. I think that's at wherever he got, we can get to that too, wherever he got the Earthbound, I do believe. Why there's a decrepit ramshack garage, I don't really know. Joyous Musicales, how are you? Ashley Doherty, what's going on? Greetings. Come on, 9 Live, spit it out. Hello, friends, yes. Hashtag the new BH family, yes. Is it Earthbound? Yeah, I had to get Earthbound out of the car. I got 2 copies today, $50 a pop. They're sealed. Aaron lied the entire stream. I couldn't really catch the whole thing. I was kind of doing some work, and then I was helping a friend work on something. And then I kind of left him hanging in the middle of bleeding the brakes on his car because I had shit to do. This is more important. Fuck brakes. The end was, okay, AB says the end was the truth. He made it seem like he was waiting on a bank transfer for Greg's money, and the Robinhood balance is what he actually had. He never transferred anything scam. I'm still not sure I totally understand all of that. Greg is too nice. I would never lend him money or anyone from Florida. Yes, Greg is, yeah. Punk Rock, how's it going? Hope he's charging him interest. Yeah, that's part of it too. The main event, I guess, Elizabeth. What else do we have? Some Tamsat. Oh, hey, Richie. Good to see you. AB, I left you a request in the chat, so I don't have to scroll back so much. If you still have those handy and you can dump them back in there, that would be good. Or I can make all these people wait because this is a fucking retarded shit show anyway, and I don't know why anybody watches. But here we are. Try to fill the people in. The pictures of the lot specifically. I don't know if anybody saw those. Maybe. Catterday, yeah. Sit on it and rotate. Did Aaron promise Greg a night with Laurel's payment? Actually, Stephen, yes. He actually did. That's not a joke. I don't have a pencil ready. That's the least of my problems. Love roll call. Yeah. N-words. I was one sweaty man earlier. Who, Aaron? I only tuned in for a second. Shout out to the N-words. CGC says tomorrow's a done deal, just like Coffee Breaks is a done deal, and Game Wizard Times Square was a done deal. Yes, correct. Hello, Denver Diddler Daycare. Oh boy. He says that as the Denver Diddler Daycare's personal accountant, he can confirm Aaron's math is autistic and he's completely fucked. Potentially. Okay, let me see if I can do this, guys. From the top, as accurate. Oh, thank you so much, AD. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, on last Saturday, I don't have a calendar handy. Last Saturday happened that isn't today. Hello, Juicefer. Hello, Bits. Hello, BDR. How's it going? Last Saturday, AB finally got a little karmic retribution. I guess Aaron streamed from a flea market or something. I must have missed it. AB leaves a comment. Good thing you didn't go to this con in Texas and you're wasting your time at a fucking flea market. Apparently the con in Austin was out of fucking control, way above and beyond any of the Retropaloozas. I heard it was insane. Tons of good shit. Stuff was moving for top dollar. Greg was making money. He made more, I think, his opening morning than he did most of the weekend, usually at Retropalooza, something along those lines. Anyway, AB leaves that comment. Sure enough, I think within an hour, I get a message that Aaron has scored a killer lot. Killer lot is as oh man, my hands stink. What is that? Fuck, that's gross. Lot is as follows. I have pictures. Share. Okay. Picture number 1. This looks from here like SNES. I'm not so sure any of these are truly sealed. I think they had split wrappers. Obviously, the stuff that you're looking at is not primo, but it's pretty nice and apparently mostly CIB, although according to Joshua, as it turns out, there are a plethora of manuals and the like missing. Yeah, I fucked up on that one, CGC, sorry. What's up, Devo? EB said some vendors made in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 grand. Sounds about right. Did I finger my asshole? I bought a tuna sandwich at 7-Eleven, so it's probably whatever's on the outside of it, which is really making me want to eat what's inside of it. Anyway, here's part of the lot. Okay. There's more. But wait, there's more. To be fair, pretty good score. And if everybody saw these already, let me know. But okay, this is, I believe when he picked it up, I'm not sure. I don't know if the popsicle trays in the background were included. But kind of a mountain. Oh, I didn't even notice the lethal enforcers. Nice. A lot of good stuff here. NES, SNES, ton of Sega CD, if I remember correctly. Pretty nice all around. Again, this stuff is not primo, but this is out of this fucking world for Aaron. And I have one more picture here. Oh shit! I have lots more pictures here. We'll go through. Oh, we have pictures of the Earthbound. That's what we're looking at there. Okay. We'll get to the Earthbound. That didn't happen yet. One more picture. I'm going to end up dragging this on all night. It's a 5-minute fucking explanation. Anyway. And this is yet another box of, I see a Mario. Another box of goodies. Who did Aaron scam? Greg in this instance. So. Fingers are thicker than Aaron's 6.2. Okay, not really. Kind of have Trump hands, actually. All this just a fire sale and all off at a dirty flea market tomorrow. Absolutely pathetic. But Tebow, you know that there's more to it than that. Guy comes up to Aaron with all this shit while he's at the flea market. Hello, Coda. You didn't really miss anything. Guy comes up to Aaron, as far as I know, says, I've got all this stuff. It's $4,000. Not a penny less. You don't get a chance to come up with the money or anything. You buy it from me right here, right now, or I'm bringing it to Crazy K. He's going to buy the whole lot. You got 5 minutes to figure this out. Aaron panicked phone calls. Greg. Aaron, the guy with piles of money in his Robinhood. Aaron, the guy who could totally pay off his car he owes $10,000 on. Aaron, the guy that's going to buy a house, doesn't have $4,000. Makes a panic phone call to Greg, whose name I was going to leave out of this, but Aaron already let the cat out of the bag. Hello, thank you. Greg, I found this lot. I need money. What'd you find, Aaron? Aaron sends him these pictures, and Greg goes, wow, actually, that's a pretty good lot. And I guess Mike either saw this in person or saw the pictures, and Greg and Mike agreed that probably peak retail, assuming everything actually works and is actually complete, might be in the $8,000 to $9,000 range. Not a bad deal. Aaron, how much money do you need? Aaron needs like almost $3,000 out of $4K. Rich investor Aaron needs $3,000 out of $4K to buy this lot. Greg goes, okay. What do you have that you can sell me? Oh, I've got these beanbag chairs. Yeah. What do you want for them? I got to get $100 a piece. How many do you have? 10. Greg goes, okay. All right. You know what? I guess Greg figures he can make some money on that. Fine, Aaron. That's $1,000. How much more money do you need? Oh, almost another $2,000. Okay. Send you $1,900 right now in PayPal. But here's the catch. You're going to pay me back on Monday with interest. And how it was described to me, I may be inaccurate about this. Greg was invited to come tonight. He is busy, unfortunately. So if I'm wrong about this detail, fuck me up the ass. Sorry, guys. Greg's stipulation for interest was $850 retail worth of games from this lot to be reserved for him. And when Greg got a chance to come around and scoop up his beanbag chairs, he would collect his $850 worth of games that he pre-selected out of this lot. And Aaron's end of the bargain was to pay the entirety of the money back the following Monday. This past Monday, 2 days after he bought this lot. Well, okay. All right, yeah, no problem, Greg. Sounds good. I'll sell you the beanbag chairs. That's $1,000. I need $1,900. Yeah, okay. What? Aaron's so fucking cum drunk. He doesn't know what to do. Greg goes, okay, no problem. Greg's making money hand over fist at this con. He's not really paying attention. Opens up PayPal, fires off $2,900 to Aaron. Immediately gets a message from PayPal. Hey, the account you're about to send a whole lot of money to kind of has a history of chargebacks and problematic transactions. Are you really sure you want to send $2,900 to this person? And Greg laughs to himself and says, yes, go ahead. Greg fires off the $2,900. Aaron then uses his, this past Monday, it's like 5 days ago or whatever, 2 days after he bought this lot. Greg goes, okay, no problem, sends the money. No problem, money goes through. Aaron has it instantly. No problem. Aaron pays this guy with PayPal. No problem. Aaron gets the lot. Sometime, Aaron is immediately creaming his shorts. What's up, Gary? This is the best thing that Aaron's ever found. He's losing his fucking mind. Apparently, it was like sharks in the water with all the local resellers. Somebody there has an Earthbound. And they spy that Aaron's got a pile of, I believe it was the Sega CD stuff. I think it was Sega CD. Approaches Aaron with this reasonably decent condition, pretty damn complete copy of Earthbound, and says, hey, you want to trade the entirety of the Sega CD plus some more out of what you just got for this Earthbound? And Aaron goes, it's fucking Earthbound. It's got to be worth fucking $5,000. Trades off somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 of what he got for an Earthbound that's worth $2,250, as far as we can tell. One just sold on eBay, primo, super complete, beautiful condition for $2,500 eBay money. Within 24 hours of owning the lot, Aaron loses $1,000 plus. But he's got an Earthbound to take a picture with. Aaron had Chrono Trigger, CIB, Pop Full Mail, Lunar, and some other top-notch Sega CD games. That is correct. AB is correct. Pop Full Mail, CIB, beautiful $600-700 game, if I remember correctly, amongst others. He had 3 Sega CD games worth more he traded for. Yeah. So a lot that was claimed to be $8,000 to $9,000 without closer inspection, under the preface that it was all complete, but it's not. So let's knock $1,000 off of that, $7,000 to $8,000. Aaron trades off. We're now down to $6,000 or $7,000 because he's lost at least $1,000, if not $1,500 to $1,800 on the Earthbound trade. We're off to a good start. Sunday rolls around, and there's a lot of hubbub going on. I can't remember if it was Sunday or Monday. I messaged Aaron, told him not to fuck Greg over on this deal. At some point on Sunday, we get word from Aaron. Mysteriously, his PayPal is locked. He just can't get into his PayPal to use it. He owes Greg the money on Monday, in full, $1,900. Claims he can't get into his PayPal. But he totally called him. It's all going to be cleared up on Sunday night. Okay, not my fucking problem. Monday rolls around. Pretty much goes to Greg. Monday was when Greg was supposed to be paid. Needless to say, Greg did not get paid on Monday. At some point on Monday, Aaron starts making a panic deal. Swears up and down on Tuesday he has somebody coming to buy everything. The somebody coming to buy everything is going to give him $5,000 for the lot or $8,000 with Earthbound. We're losing money again. Deal falls through. Guy doesn't show up. Whatever the fuck happened. Greg doesn't get paid. Tuesday, Wednesday roll around. Nothing. Not a word. Aaron still swears he can't get into his PayPal. At some point there, Wednesday, Thursday, Aaron goes live telling all of you about all the money he has, leaving comments in his chat about the thousands he has in every account. Somehow, mysteriously, can't pay Greg. Greg's starting to get a little angry at this point. I message Aaron and I say, you really need to pay Greg. And don't forget to put aside the $850 retail worth off this lot that you own interest. Aaron says, what interest? We didn't agree to any interest. I said, yes, you did. One of you two is lying and it's not Greg. So he's in an even bigger pickle at this point. You've got to be a complete asshole if you're fucking with someone's money. I agree, Capone. If he agreed to pay that on Monday, come hell or high water, his ass should have scrounged it up, short sold shit, cleared out stocks or Robinhood, whatever he had to do, gone and gotten a cashier's check or a money order, and overnighted it to Greg in the absolute worst case scenario. You make good on your fucking deal. Greg's not too worried about it. I don't think the $1,900 is going to put Greg in the poorhouse, but it's the principle of the matter. Again, come Thursday, Aaron starts making up stories and lying to all of you, contradicting himself repeatedly on his stream. Surprise, surprise. And didn't even tell Mike that there was a loan involved in this whole situation, let alone that it was a loan that he had already reneged on. Well, negative YouTube. How do you not get a text/message with the agreement in 2022? I believe it was discussed on the phone. Aaron conveniently forgot about the massive quantity of interest that he rightfully owed for an on-the-spot, outrageously overpriced purchase plus a loan. I'd want my goddamn $1,900. You're absolutely right. So we start hounding on Aaron again at this point, Thursday, roughly. I'm sending him texts. You piece of shit. How could you fuck Greg over? What is wrong with you? No. I'm locked out of my PayPal, and I don't. Greg wants me to do the transaction this way and that way, and he's changing the fucking story the whole time. This, that, the other thing. I don't know what to do. As soon as my PayPal's unlocked, I'll PayPal him. 5 minutes later, he PayPals Greg $200. Guess he's not locked out of his PayPal. So at this point, Greg has been paid back $200, 4 days late. Not a peep about Aaron saving some nice stock out of this for the interest. For $1,900, you can get it handled on tour. Yeah. What's up, 12? How are you? Scumbag Kasharsky strikes again. You aren't kidding. Bits is right. I'm not going to agree with Bits on much of anything, but I think everybody can agree that Greg is the friendliest. If I called Greg right now and said that they're going to turn my fucking electricity off, I need $200, he'd just send it and probably never ask for it back. And he doesn't even really know me. He's a sweetheart. He'll give you the shirt off his back. He makes square deals. He doesn't lie about shit. And he always makes good on his end of the bargain. To the extent of having forgotten he was going to try to find me an Atari, so he bought one for Aaron for 4 times what it was worth and forced Aaron to hand deliver it by car from Florida to here. Greg's a good guy. Anyway, Aaron, who's locked out of his PayPal, was mysteriously able to send $200 from PayPal, which is, by my count, roughly $1,700 short on what he owed him the previous Monday. Aaron then begins swearing up and down that the $5,000 or $8,000 deal, it's totally happening. It's totally happening. It's going to happen on Sunday, and I'm going to pay Greg that Sunday. Well, Aaron, where did this money go? If you had $5,000 kicking around, plus you had money in the bank, as you claimed, plus he was counting Laurel's money on top of the money that he had, I believe he messaged AB about that. Why can't you come up with the $1,900? Seems a little strange. I was going to let this ride until Sunday, but I thought it was funnier to put Aaron in full-blown panic mode. Let him lie some more about it. Let him dig his hole a little deeper. Kind of hope that he'd go live in a panic if I scheduled a stream. It worked beautifully. Sure enough, what did he do? Is Aaron going to hop on? I really doubt it. He doesn't have the balls to face the music. He wants to tell you what he wants you to believe in his little controlled environment, and he doesn't want to have to face any criticism or fact-checking. Welcome to PolitiFact. Are we sure of the amount? We're sure of the amount, Elizabeth. We're 100% positive. In the meantime, Aaron has convinced himself that Earthbound is worth somewhere between $3,000 and $6,000 because that's what he wants it to be worth. AB says, Aaron said he was waiting 3 to 5 days for the transfer from the last stream for it to go through. Then he finally admitted today there was no transfer. He's been lying about all of this the whole time. I want to know why Aaron is fucking Greg over. I also want to know why Greg hasn't broken his legs yet. You've gotten most of the story, White Knight, but I think we can leave it up. So we'll see. 2,500, that's top resale. Darrow is 110% accurate. $2,500 would be top dollar resale on Earthbound. That's eBay money. Aaron's eBay is so fucked that he owes 20% on sale. So if he sold it for $2,500, he would be up 500 from the get-go, would leave him at 2,000. Was the guy that gave $3,000, 3,500 worth of stuff for it, on top of tax and so forth and so on and so on. Lies flow from Aaron's mouth like fake laughs from Laurel's. Do believe I left out at one point. I was calling Aaron out by text. AB was calling out Aaron on Messenger. AB was talking to Greg. Aaron was frantic. I think this is when he sent the 200. Aaron was frantically trying to call Greg because the jig was up and everybody knew what the deal was. You knew he was busted. And this was right around the time where he sent $200 in a panic from an account that's supposedly locked out, but he can't send any money from. He just fucked the only person in the world who would loan him money. You're absolutely right, Michael's Workshop. Dan says, odds in Crazy K stealing Earthbound before Aaron could sell it. Crazy K, if you're listening, I'll give you $1,800 for that Earthbound. If you can get it by tomorrow night. That's a genuine offer. Let me know. AB says, all the money is still in Robinhood, in AMC and Ethereum. He showed Robinhood. He had 2,300 conveniently left out. That 1,700 of that money is Greg's. He should have $600 in Robinhood. Hey, doesn't it Greg? Greg has Robinhood too, right? Couldn't they transfer across? Can't Aaron turn his Robinhood investments into pseudo cash on his Robinhood card as part of a benefit of that service and then just pay Greg with that? Wasn't that the entire bragging point of having the Robinhood? When I asked him if he had cash on hand to buy games, didn't he say, yes, I can just cash it out. I can put it right on my Robinhood card instantly, any time of day. And then I have cash to buy a big lot. I've got it handled. He was saying he only had $2,300 because he used Robinhood to pay for the lot. By my count, he only pulled $1,100 out of his own pocket to buy the lot. Herbie, how's that work? Aaron said Greg is coming to Florida next week. Is that accurate? Next week or the one after? Yes, that is accurate. Greg is going to Florida, and here's what's really funny about that. Greg is going to Florida to essentially buy out all of the pass-around reseller shit that Aaron ends up buying in trickles. Greg is clearing out the whole area. My understanding is he refuses to go home unless he physically cannot put any more games in his van. So Aaron's ability to find anything to resell in Pinellas Park ends a day after Greg leaves. Pretty nice icing on the cake as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So if all the money is in Robinhood, why has Greg not received his money? If all the money is in Robinhood, what does it matter if Aaron's locked out of his PayPal? Sounds like Aaron wanted somebody else to buy this for him out of pocket so he could short sell it and probably continue dragging on the loan indefinitely, if I had to guess. AB says he paid the $200 because he knew he was caught, but he did it to keep it. But he did it to keep up his lot. Yes, correct. Hello, Backbone. How are you? If he sells it, he's going to use the money to go to Disney or something. That's exactly what I said, Backbone. Greg ain't getting the money, a dime. As soon as Aaron sells the lot, he's going to pump 100% of it into, well, 90% of it into Robinhood and then go giggle like a fucking retarded faggot at Universal Studios. I promise it will happen the next day. Absolutely. No doubt about it. CGC says, Greg is pulling a, quote, there will be blood on Aaron. I drink your milkshake, sucking all the inventory out of Nels. Yeah, that's right. He will be out of these games by next week and won't have made it, wouldn't have. He ain't making shit. You're absolutely right, Herbie. I think he's going to take the first $6,000 waved in his face with Earthbound in there, which effectively has him losing money and still owing $1,900 cash plus $850 for the games that'll no longer be in his possession in interest. Okay, we'll probably steal some of it and buy like 40 Polar Pops and a plug to put in her shower hole. Yes. I don't know how much more there is to this. I'll drop the link now. If anybody would like to clarify anything, I kind of doubt it or has any questions. But Michael says, CGC, does that mean Aaron will club Greg to death in his home bowling alley? God, I hope not. 12 says, is a Tales from the Crypt-esque comeuppance for Mr. Kishorsky. Call Aaron live. Oh, we can, we can do that. Sure, good idea. Why not? I'm not doing anything else. Only Aaron could squander this. Incredible, isn't it? He's going to lose money on this. EB says, after I heard this at the con, I told Greg, watch Aaron fuck this up. Next day at the con, we find out about Earthbound. Fuck up number one. Greg's going to fuck Laura. Oh, apparently, yes, Greg. We have 2 missed messages? Let's see. I bet you there aren't. Oh, they are. I passed out watching Shark Week last night. I hope you know I would never sue you. That's a joke. Yeah, it's a fucking joke, all right. Time to call him. He's probably watching anyway. He's not going to answer. Definitely not going to answer. Probably chewing his own face at the moment.
Hey, what's up? You've reached the video game wizard. Sorry I'm not here to take your phone call. Please leave a message and your phone number, and I will be sure to get back with you. Thank you. And remember, woo!
Hey, moron. Scam artist, son of a bitch bastard. Your damage control went poorly. I just told everybody what actually happened. Expect to be railroaded for it. You completely fucked up and squandered this entire deal. And you are genuinely a massive piece of shit for fucking Greg over on his money. You have it. Fork it over right now. You loser scumbag. Also, other men come in your way. Have a shitty night. Bye. Imagine having to finesse less than $9,000 to stop your poor wife from divorcing you. Imagine being in collection agency and getting that voice. Aaron will say he can't join panel because he's banging moral. Yeah, potentially. He'll post in a few minutes and lie, saying he's having sex. Yeah. Greg is going to fuck Laurel in the Dylan spot. Yes. AB, CGC, Devo. Did I miss any details? Did I not fill anybody in? I didn't want to add too much fluff to the whole situation. I wanted to get down to brass tacks. Looks like I managed to do it in under an hour, which is a new record for me because I just never shut the fuck up about absolutely nothing. Hello, this guy. How are you? He can't join panel. He's hustling those games. He's probably frantically calling whoever the fuck is going to buy it out. Don't want to share Greg's messages, but I did cover the Aaron Panic phone calls on the $200 night. Oh, the one detail I left out. When Aaron traded all the Sega CD for, and God knows what else, we're sure that he's leaving something out. But when Aaron traded the Sega CD for the Earthbound, the guy made him sit there. I guess the guy knows Aaron. Made him sit there while the guy, one by one, tested every single game, which is a smart thing to do. It would be the smart thing for Aaron to do too, but it's never going to happen. So I guess the transaction took like an hour of Aaron sitting there chewing his face and sweating, praying that any of these fucking games worked, because he sure as hell didn't know. As it turns out, apparently they all worked. So he lucked out on that one. So leave it to Aaron to fuck this up. I blew in every game myself, guys. Walter White, how are you? What up? Huge fan of the work you do. Thank you. Aaron should have done that first. FYI, those games were found. Oh, yes. AB brings up an interesting point. This entire lot was scored out of a storage locker, unclimate controlled, not outdoor like roofless, but not inside a building, like a typical U-store kind of lot in Florida. God only knows how long this shit's been sitting in there, baking, full of bugs. I mean, it all might be beautiful, but the least you could do is actually go through this shit. We don't know if there are fakes in there. According to Joshua, a lot of this stuff is missing manuals and other paperwork, which isn't the end of the world. A lot of it's still really desirable games, I would say. Hello, Fire Marshal Bill. Fire Marshal Bill says, be sure to wear sunscreen out there. You wouldn't want to burn. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Thanks, Bill. Good advice. CGC says, it's sad. The only system he's ever owned to test games is an NES and the odd roach-filled PS4. I agree. Apparently Greg is making some really sweet scores when he goes down there. We'll see whether or not he wants to talk about that stuff. He may or may not, so I'm not going to blow his shit up. But I know he's already got a lot of really nice deals lined up. He's picking up some serious inventory while he's in the area. And apparently staying with Aaron. And apparently Aaron offered Laurel's disgusting wormhole. I don't think Greg's going to take him up on the offer. Successful businessman, everyone. Now, for what it's worth, none of this would have mattered, and none of this would have been an issue. There was no reason for Aaron to even bring any of it up at all. I still don't understand why Aaron talks about the stuff he buys for resale and the dollar amounts in his videos and live and on the air. It's bad for business as far as I'm concerned. But Walter is a huge fan of CGC's work. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. So I think that is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, as I understand it, out of Greg's mouth, verified by AB. No reason not to trust either one of them. Yes, Jason, he did. And that's the details of this lot. Right, so I was sent, I believe I was sent pictures of the copy of Earthbound. Yeah, okay, let's just pull those up quick. Just for the sake, I'm not here to chew it apart. It seems to be a decent, but I'm not sure that it is pseudo collector grade, maybe. Here's the first picture. Not in bad shape at all. There is some light wear on the box. Yes, the bag's on the game, but it's all over the fucking place. Obviously, it is not sealed. Little dog earring, not bad. I'm not a video game guy, but in the grand scheme of collectible things in their condition, something that is, 30 years old now, nearly? Not too bad. That looks pretty good. We've got some more here. Repop game, Aaron. I would not be the least bit surprised if at least the cartridge was repop. I am willing to, I would put money on it. Same shit here. Cornerware, paperware, not terrible. Not the best, not the worst. If I didn't have one and I wanted one, I would buy this one, but not for $3, $4, $5, $6,000. I think we have some more here. It is very complete, I will say that. Did he even open it up? That's what we're looking at, huh? Oh, the cartridge? No, Aaron doesn't have a tool to open a cartridge, so not a chance in hell. This stuff is all here. Whatever they like, licking sticks or fucking stickers or whatever. Looks like a little water damage to me. Anybody else seeing that? Paper is very wavy. It does look like this booklet probably got wet. The edges of the pages look a little dark too. So I'm pretty confident there's some water damage there. Nothing catastrophic, but water damage nonetheless. Here's Margaret Cho when you need a nice soundbite screaming at Aaron. Now my turn to watch her, buddy, huh? And I believe this is the last picture I have. Again, not bad, not perfect. It looks like the box is a little swollen too. This thing's been damp. Which isn't a big, oh God, putting it on that filthy cum stained chair. Dylan's cum is on this chair. That's a fact, little known fact. CGC says that's worth $2K. I would agree. I mean, if I wanted one, I'd pay $2K for it. I might go $22.50 if I really wanted it. But like I said, we know here's no fucking proof. Laurel offered her butterhole as interest on the loan, but Greg said he wasn't interested in whale pox. Fucking deal. Bags make it factory new. Hello, retro fans. Scratch and sniff Snickers are a huge part of the value. Yes, they're also very water damaged. So 5 or 6 out of 10, in my opinion. I'm no god. I'm just here to tell you people the truth, Tokyo. That's it. Just don't fucking lie to people, especially when you're trying to take their money. That's kind of a policy for me. Retro offered him 1,000 cash. See if he takes the offer in a few days, maybe. Aaron can't even unlock his wife's cartridge. This guy says, I like Earthbound, but no NES game should be worth that, including Aero Fighters. I said what I said. Okay. Well, it's SNES, but I think we know what you mean. Not sure why Aaron thinks it's worth 4K. Because he needs it to be worth 4K or he got fleeced. It's his typical valuation scheme, CDC. You know this. It was a rhetorical question, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Gary says, go buy an SNES Mini if you want to play Earthbound. Amen. Download the ROM. You don't have to buy anything. AV says, the Earthbound's not as nice as Aaron thinks it is. The book is yellow. The box is swollen. The box got wet on the bottom. The box is upside down, I think, in this picture. Upside down or right side up? It might be right side up. But if you look at the top of the picture with the light shining on it, let me zoom in. Again, nitpicking is nitpicking, but you nitpick over multi-$1,000. Top right over here where you see the light shining on it, it's swollen out like something's been sitting on it or it's been wet. Or maybe a little bit of both. I'm not sure. Book is yellow. Box is in okay shape. I would agree. I mean, I'm not a grader. I'm not a vintage game flipper, but I would call this 7 out of 10. Maybe 8. 7 or 7.5 out of 10. Is that fair? Some of you guys collect games. Captain G says, willing to lose $800 just to say he was in possession of Earthbound for a week. Clash of Kosharsky. It's exactly what we said from the get-go, Captain G. And you are exactly right. Big Worm said it best. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Yes, correct. Mama K sat on it, pissed herself. That explains why it's wet. Yeah. For the rest of his life, I once had to see IB Earthbound. Yeah, correct. Let's summon Pickrob. I'm bored of Pickrob. You guys can keep hounding on Pickrob forever with a bunch of boring bullshit. I'm sorry. Outside of a few brief clip edits, there's nothing interesting about Pickrob, and there hasn't been in 4 or 5 months. Sorry to be a downer. Dan says, Josh said 6 out of 10. I think that might be a little low. It's very, very complete. I'm still going to give it a 3/4, 7.5 out of 10. Bet his fingernails did about $400 worth of damage to it already. Slushy spill, yes. That's a polar pop, Elizabeth. Get it right or pay the price. If you include a visibly water-damaged book with that cart, any intelligent person would assume it's all been damaged. Buying that would be a huge... I wouldn't say it's a mistake, negative YouTube. If the game works and the game is real, I mean, they're not hen's teeth. especially this complete. And if you want it all, to say you have it all, and it's being sold by a dipshit like Aaron, where you know you have leverage, you basically threaten that you're going to punch him in the back of the head and he'll drop the price $500 because he's a massive pussy. AB says the one that sold on eBay recently for $2,500 was in better shape. I totally agree. If anyone wants to drop the link to that, didn't sell too long ago, I don't think. CGC says I bet it's worth $2,000. I think $2,000. $2,000. Yeah, it's maybe someone disagrees. Maybe someone here buys and sells games and disagrees, but I would think 2,000 eBay money would be fair on this. Private party, $1,800. It's probably what I would give for it if I really wanted it, and I had to have it, and I had the money for it. Yeah, I'd 82. Kind of hard to. I'd have to see it up close. I want to know if this thing stinks. It probably fucking reeks like mold and mildew. How much was the lot he traded worth? As far as we could tell, 9 lives at $3,500, I'd say. Somewhere around 3,500. And he's not being forthcoming with all of what he gave in that lot, so potentially more. But we just can't say for sure, because he'll never be honest about it. Negative YouTube says, I hope someone opens it up and there's an old Raspberry Pi in it. Yeah, absolutely. Shittily soldered emulator ROM in there. Gary says, hopefully he powers it up to see Madden 97 on the screen. That'd be fucking incredible. Gary knows now. Gary, is Grandpa Cool Taste dead yet, by the way? Real Donald Trump says, I'll trade Baron to Aaron for $10,000. I bet I'll take the deal. Maybe. Hard to say. I think Rob might be more interested in that one. Or Matt Man. Or James Hogan. Mr. Lantern. Ivar says, what 3,500? Aaron is the biggest sucker going, and all the other vendors see him as a retard. Ivar, I believe that he was specifically targeted with this lot. I believe that something is knowingly wrong with at least some of this. I believe that this lot is not worth the $8,000 to $9,000 that Mike and maybe Greg blew smoke up his ass on. I think that's probably the high end, and they were probably operating under the assumption that this stuff was a little nicer and more complete than it was. I truly believe Aaron only stands to break even or lose money on this. Captain G says, Earthbound gets passed around like Laurel's pussy. That Sega CD stuff is worth way more. I agree. This stuff's harder to come by, as far as I've seen. I guarantee you that every vintage video game store within 50 miles of where I am has a boxed Earthbound. I guarantee it. At least one. As far as Sega CD stuff, especially CIB and harder to find Sega CD stuff, no. They never have much of it. Dan says, didn't someone already say Aaron didn't get the whole lot? There was stuff the seller kept. Yes, as far as I know, out of what the seller found in the storage unit, Aaron did not get the entire thing. That very well may mean that some of what I showed earlier in the lot was not part of what Aaron bought. It's hard for me to say for sure. And I've already exposed Aaron for lying through his teeth about absolutely everything about this deal anyway. So why wouldn't he be lying about some of that too? Devo says, what's Aaron's plan if he can't sell at the market tomorrow? I don't know. I really don't know. Couldn't tell you. Negative YouTube says there's more than one at the rip-off mom and pop shop I stop in once in a while. Yeah, they're not. Sorry, guys, it's not that rare. If you want one, I can go and drive and buy one right now. Pretty sure they're open until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're not that fucking hard to find. I don't know why dweebs like Aaron cream their shorts over this. I don't know why dweebs collect fucking video games in the first place. You're all fucking losers. That's an entirely different conversation. It's not that rare. I understand you have a much higher chance of finding a loose, fucking scratched up gold Zelda cart than you do an Earthbound, but it's not that fucking hard to come by. It's really not. CGC says, Debo, he says, is a guarantee. He has no backup. Well, it was a guarantee on Monday, Tuesday, and it fell through. So there's your guarantee. Steven says the deal tomorrow is to let several dudes run a train on Laurel. I think that's the deal every Sunday, Steven, whether or not Aaron likes it. Because he did marry a really disgusting pig. AB says, Greg was asking if I wanted to get anything from Aaron's lot. And yeah, I would have taken some Sega CD games, but I'm not giving Aaron a dime, and any bro price I would get would come out of Greg's pocket. I understand where you're coming from, AB. I'm with it. And you know it would be misrepresented anyway. Pretty much everything, almost everything you've ever bought from Aaron, he lied about. I think once you made out well. CGC says if the buyer is watching Aaron's stream, he knows he can undercut him $3,000. Aaron has to take it. I promise you that the potential buyer was on Aaron's stream because that fucking game collector retard who watches all of them anyway. Yeah. Jason White says, I'm hoping for Aaron to steal some of Laura's money to pay off Greg. He was already kind of talking about it, Jason. Then Laurel divorces him and drives up to Maine immediately, cancels his sweetheart trailer deal. Aaron's stuck living in the store. I would love that too. Herbie says, I bet he'll either give Greg the rest of the lot or the Earthbound. In his mind, it's a win because he will still have something. Interesting take, Herbie. Spare Change says, anyone know why Greg has an interest in starting a nonprofit called Down with the Homies Missing Chromies? Just mentioned something about it getting money back from the tax. Can't help you with that one, pal. Steven says, BH, did you buy used panties? Oh, I didn't know she was selling used panties. That's new to me. No, I didn't. What's up, Eddie? Yeah. Gary says 2,500 Ecuadorian pesos, Aaron. Last offer for the Earthbound. Let's not forget, guys, Aaron had a stroke mere months ago. That's true. He was going to die real soon if he keeps this level of stress up. Yeah, maybe. Entirely possible. Filthy Welcher? You want the Welchers get you? Greg should pop all Aaron's. Captain G says Greg should pop all of Aaron's tires when he gets down there just for the inconvenience. I'm with you 100%. It's $600 worth of damage. Fuck him. I mean, the fucking tuna sandwich I talked about earlier, Jason. It smells better than whatever was on my hands, that's for sure. Stroke will come back to finish the job. Maybe football. It was Rosie's bush that was on my hand. Now, as far as I remember, I think I would remember something like that. Next song for Eddie M. What song? 7-Eleven. Yeah, Elizabeth. I don't even know if it's got a date on it. Hang on. When did they make this? January? Keep refrigerated. It's been sitting out for an hour now. Did they not put a date on this? It'll be fine. It's fine. Best by Sunday, July 31st. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Call on me. Hello, NG. I think I'll leave this up, NG. If you want it. I'm not going to go through the whole fucking thing again. But I've done my best with verification from those. I've also been in contact with Greg to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, the whole story, accurately. To the best of my abilities. What happened to all the multi VHS tapes from a few months ago? Never saw those again. Well, Michael, he sold a couple on eBay that were completely misrepresented, along with the Wii's he sold on eBay that were completely misrepresented. They got him negative feedback. He's begging eBay to take the negatives down. I don't know how long they're going to keep that charade up. He's calling him fucking 3 times a month, begging him to take down his negative and neutral feedback. Is it true Joshua has monkeypox? I think it's grids, but I'm not sure. Maybe the moldy tapes caused the stroke. I think the stroke predated the moldy tapes, guy. Amen, Debo. Don't have any apartment updates. Not since we did the tour live, right? Yeah, I think we were on the air when we did the tour. And he was playing with his airsoft and just generally being an idiot. Herbie says it was pretty funny. Aaron was saying he could sell the whole store tomorrow. I'm sure he could. He could sell everything in that store, including the entirety of the slot and the Earthbound, for $8,000. Yeah. I give him $3,000 for a store inventory, including Earthbound. That's about where I'm at, negative. I don't want it. That's what I'd have to buy it for to make it worth my time. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised Dylan doesn't have the box yet. I talked to him the other night, I think, Gary. Yeah. Oh, and then oh, fuck. And then I banned him from StreamYard. Hang on. How do I unban him? Oh, there we go. Anyway. Talked to him the other night. Asked him if he had the pox. He said no. He keeps asking me if I've talked to his mom. I gave him her current contact information, but he refuses to call her. He wants me to be that. Their bird is right. He wants me to be the in-between. I'm not really interested in doing it. BGC says Dylan's mom's doing duos in Florida on those sites. Feel sorry for the guys that don't recognize the heavy use of the anti-meth filters. Jesus. I don't really want to talk to her. Jason, I just don't care. What? Oh.
Hola.
Hey, Aaron, how are you?
I'm getting better, but I'm doing all right. What's up?
Been better? What happened?
Nothing.
What do you mean you've been better? Why are you all ragged out when you've got the $5,000 Earthbound and $30,000 worth of games?
Because money isn't the end goal.
Money isn't the end goal. Actually, it is for a business. It's the only goal.
No, I was just dealing with external stuff from what we're dealing with today.
What are you
But
doing?
anyway,
What do you mean? What happened?
I'm dealing with my own issues.
Which one? Family?
I don't want to talk about it right now.
No, I've got to give you credit. Pivoting to the sympathy card that quickly is not bad.
All that matters is I'm alive. So
You are alive. That's true. Did you pay Greg back?
not yet.
You were supposed to pay him on Monday.
I know, and I went to transfer money on Monday. And Kate, I like how you explained the story to everybody, the way that made it look like I was scamming from the get-go.
Well,
I only had about $200 to $300 left in PayPal. The reason why I was only able to send him $200 is because I had over $1,000 in my actual bank account. And I was trying to pay him with my bank account through PayPal. PayPal said, no, you can't do that. The error message came up on the window. And I thought that my PayPal account was blocked because when I called PayPal, they said, okay, well, you just received a lot of money and then you just tried to send a lot of money. Sometimes that'll knock you out for 24 hours. Try again tomorrow, which is what I did. I didn't realize until after that 24 to 48 hour window when I tried to get it, it still errored. But the issue wasn't my account being locked out. It was I could only send Greg what was in my PayPal, which was 200 and change. So I sent him 200 even just to see if my PayPal still was working. And sure enough, it worked. And then I found out from not just PayPal, but from Greg, that the only way I can get money from the bank into PayPal to send him the rest of the money is to do a bank transfer, which takes 3 to 5 business days.
But you've been telling me up and down when I asked you if you had money to buy lots, no problem. You just cash out Robinhood. You have it right there. It's on your Robinhood card. You can use any card.
Right.
No.
And I didn't realize that there was limits.
No, there's not.
I thought I could just go to the ATM and pull $4,000 out.
You don't
I
need
went to
to.
the ATM, pulled $1,000 out, and it declined my card.
Why would you need cash? You're not sending Greg cash. Why couldn't you sell your stocks, pour them into the debit card that they gave you for your Robinhood, and punch that into a PayPal.me link for Greg and pay him in full on Monday, like you agreed to?
Because it would only let me pull $1,000.
You don't have to pull.
What you're describing.
No. It has nothing to do with your PayPal. You don't need to use a PayPal account to pay somebody else's PayPal account.
No, what I could have done is Greg could have charged me like it was a card sale in a store. We could have done it that way, but then there would be tax involved. Then Greg would have to pay tax on the sale. It would be a bunch of other random crap.
I really
So
wish you hadn't just said that. Anyway,
You know.
so why
I
couldn't
mean, none of this is even going to matter because tomorrow I'm going to make even more money and I'm just going to pay Greg even more money. You know, like I said on my stream, me and Greg had agreed. The deal that we just discussed this today. He told me to get online, tell everybody what happened, and he said straight up he wanted that one item out of my collection and an extra $100, and this is done.
which
And
item?
he said I could pay him.
Which item?
He said I could pay him out of the money I get from the guy's deal tomorrow.
Well, he doesn't really have a choice
He's not.
because you're going to
He's not
fuck him
even. He's
over.
not even
Otherwise.
tripping up. Well, no, because say that guy doesn't show up tomorrow.
Which
I
he's-
already have $1,000 of the $1,700 I owe Greg. All I would have to do
You've
is
been bragging
sell
for 2
$700
years.
worth of.
You've been bragging for 2 years. You have enough to pay off your car. How do you not have $1,700 to pay off the remainder of what you
I do.
agreed to?
You're
Then
not
pay him.
listening to what I'm
Pay him.
saying. There's
Pay him.
$1,000
I'm listening to you
came
try
out
to
of my
blow
bank,
smoke up my
and
ass.
it's going into PayPal. The total I owe him is $1,700.
I
So
know.
1,000, that means I only owe him another $700. I just showed you guys that I had 2,400 in Robinhood. So say that guy doesn't show up, I could still pull $700 out of Robinhood. I could sell what's left of Ethereum. I could sell some AMC.
Why don't you do
Monday
that
morning,
right
and
now
I
to
could
make
do it then.
do it right now and stop being a scumbag and make good on a fucking deal you're 4 days behind on?
You can't sell stocks on the weekend, Blow.
You had all week to do it, didn't you? And you can sell crypto whenever the fuck you want. Jerk off. You've been bragging about this shit for
Because
2 years.
me and Greg had discussed this, and he said when the guy comes, let's give him the money out of that. Put that with the other money that's already going into PayPal, and then pay him that way.
Why didn't you pay him on
We've
Monday?
already had this discussion.
Why didn't you pay
I'm
him on
okay
Monday?
with it. Greg's okay with it.
Why
and we're
didn't
the
you-
only two
he
people
has
that
no
matter
choice.
if it's okay with it.
Greg has no choice but to be okay with it because you can't squeeze blood out of a stone. Why didn't you pay him on Monday like you agreed to?
I just told you, I couldn't get the money out of Robinhood. I couldn't pull the only way I can get all of my money out of Robinhood is if I would have did a bank transfer of all the, I sold all my assets,
No,
did a bank transfer
No.
from Robinhood to the
Nope.
bank,
Nope.
which would have been 3 to 5 business
Nope.
days.
no. You've been bragging for 2 years. When asked if you had money to buy a lot, you said no problem. And you've done this to go to Universal. You sold your crypto on the spot, which Robinhood pumped into the little account they have set on the side for you, and you were able to use through your debit card. You are fucking lying. You're lying. By your
I am
own
not lying.
by your own description, you are lying.
I am not lying. I'm only allowed to ATM withdrawal
You don't have to withdraw from an
Greg charged my
ATM.
card like I was making a purchase in his store. We could have done it that way, yes.
You can pay him with any card you want that has nothing to do with PayPal into his PayPal without logging into PayPal.
Okay, how do I do that then?
Sell your crypto. It's on your Robinhood card. Have him email you a paypal.me link as friends and family for the $1,700 that you owe him. You punch in your name, you punch in your card number, you punch in the 3-digit code on the back, and you hit send, and you're done.
I thought you just said that we didn't have to use PayPal for this.
You don't have to, but you don't have to use PayPal. He can use his PayPal at the same time. You can send him buddy money with any fucking card you have without logging into your PayPal account. And I would think that somebody who's been wheeling and dealing games as a successful businessman for 10 years, who's managed to keep the store open that long, would understand something like that. But I could be mistaken. Pay your debts. Don't fuck over the only person willing to help you out. It's a really shitty thing to do. And don't go trading shit away that you don't even really own yet for an Earthbound that ain't worth nearly what you think it is. It's tops $2,000. It's not that fucking nice, and it's water damage. By the way, the Sega CD shit was worth a whole lot more.
It was not worth that much more. I was there when we went over all the prices. And a lot of the stuff that he got off of me was also not in like mint condition.
Well, neither is this Earthbound. It's pretty beat. A perfect one, twice as nice as what you got, just sold on eBay for $2,500. Perfect, beautiful.
What about the one that sold for $5,600? Are we not going to acknowledge that one?
No.
Or the one that sold for $4,000, or the one that sold for $3,500? None of those matter.
Nope. Because yours is fucking beat.
Why don't you bring up the one that sold for $1,600 that was like bent in half?
That sounds about right. What's your point?
Yeah.
It's the Virtual
Mine's
Boy.
not like perfect condition, but it's
Yours
in
is
really
beat.
nice
It's
shape
water.
considering how old
No,
it
it's
is.
not. It's water damage everywhere. All the fucking paperwork inside is yellowed and wrinkled. The box is collapsed. The box is fucked up. All the corners are damaged. All of the paper is suffering damage. At best, it's a 7 out of 10. It's not that good. And you don't even know if the cart's real because you don't have the tool to open it.
I do have the tool to open it. It is real. The guy showed me it was real at his house. He opened it up with his tool.
You take pictures of that?
No, but I could just.
So if I'm going to buy it from you, I'm supposed to just listen.
Take it out myself.
So if I want to buy it from you, I just go, okay, well, if you saw it, we're good, right?
Well, no. Obviously, I open it up. I open the card. I can verify and show you. If you want, tomorrow when I get to the store, I'll open it up. I'll open the card up, and I'll take pictures of the board.
You should for your own sake. Why wouldn't you? Sorry, Aaron. It's.
I didn't say I wouldn't. When I go to sell that to somebody, I'm going to open and show them the board.
$2,000 is top dollar on that Earthbound. The end. Absolutely everybody that I've talked to about this thing would not budge over $2,000 for it. You fucked up. You gave away like $3,500 worth of Sega CD shit and probably more, just so you could say, "Oh, I have an Earthbound." That was not a good business decision, Aaron. Nobody gives a fuck outside of some dweebs that you have an Earthbound. Nobody cares. You lost $1,000 plus on the deal, maybe $1,500. Brilliant decision, and you hadn't even paid for what you gave away yet. You see why that's what's scummy. You understand that, right?
What'd you say? You cut in and out for a second. What was the last thing you said?
What's scummy about this deal is you didn't even own the games you gave away. Not to mention, you traded off $1,000 to $1,500 more in retail value than what you got back for this Earthbound.
It was like $500. It wasn't $1,000.
What was $500? You gave away that fucking one of those games in that 15 game lot. You gave away a $600 to $700, repeatedly sold for that much. Just one of them. What were you thinking? You got all cum drunk. Earthbound. I look Earthbound. They're fucking Mario guys. And you just
No, he looked everything up on price charting, and as soon as we hit the 3K, that was it.
So you admit you gave away at least $3,000 worth of shit for a $2,000 Earthbound.
It's not a $2,000 Earthbound.
It's tops a $2,000 Earthbound.
It is not a $2,000. I've already had a $2,800 offer.
It's meaningless. You don't have $2,800. I offer you $1 million. I'm not going to pay you. It's not worth $1 million. It's a $2,000 Earthbound.
Well, this collector that wants it is actually going to pay me.
You said that about the same guy on Tuesday. You didn't buy anything. What happened?
See, that's the other thing that was bullshit. There was no other guy on Tuesday. The guy.
Yes, there was. Yes, no, you're fucking lying again. And multiple people. Yeah, you're lying again. You're lying again.
There was never a second buyer of everything.
You said you had this all blown out Monday, Tuesday. 8,000?
Everybody and their mother wanted to buy the entire lot off me. Everybody and their mother, Edwin wanted to buy the whole lot. Literally everybody in my local community wanted to come rape me. As soon as they saw I finally had good stuff for once in my life, everybody wanted to come fuck me. That was the whole plan. And I wasn't having it. I'm like, get back, Satan.
You don't even own it. You don't even own it. Why are we even out? You don't own it.
The only deal. Actually, the whole thing is I own it.
You don't own any of this. You still owe money for this. You don't own this.
Greg never once said that as part of this deal, you don't own it until I'm fully paid off.
That's how a loan works.
It was a favor for me. And if roles were reversed, I would do the same favor for Greg. If I had money, I would do it. And I would give him however many days he needed to pay it back.
And if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass when it hopped. The fuck is your point? Pay Greg his money before you do anything else with the games he still owns.
I'm trying to say you sound just like Laurel, making a big deal over something where there's no deal at all.
Big deal.
There's no big deal at all.
You bragging you're made of money and then borrowing it from other people and then bragging that you have the money you refuse to pay somebody on terms you agreed to. Yeah, me and Laurel.
I never said I refused to pay.
If it's any consolation.
I never said I refused to pay. Every single day from that day forward, I was trying to pay the money back. And every way that I went about doing it did not work.
No. Price charting has a
CIB
Earthbound.
$850. There was never an $850 interest payment.
Yes, there was.
You know how I know that was
somebody was
because when he sent me the money and first made the deal, he was at a convention with hundreds of people around his booth.
And
he didn't have time to hash out a deal with
yes,
him. He just sent me the money.
No, and AB standing right next to him, who bore witness to Greg clarifying with you that you owed him $850 retail value worth of games out of this specific lot. Two people that I trust said the same thing. Pay him his money. Why is this a problem? Why are we having this conversation? Get off the fucking phone, sell your shit, put it on your Robinhood card, and pay him.
You do realize that me and Greg just had this discussion like earlier today.
At this point,
he said terms of the deal. All he wants is an extra $100 and one of the games out of the lot.
Because he doesn't have a choice now. He doesn't have a choice because he knows if he doesn't make, we already talked to him about this, and he knows if he doesn't make some deal where he eats shit, he's never going to get fucking anything from you. So he's just trying to get whatever he can get out of it. Also, I don't know where you're seeing these thousands and thousands of dollar sales for fucking Earthbound. $2,500 is top dollar, and a beautiful CIB average is $2,300. That's a $1,700 to $2,000 water damaged piece of shit you lost. You fucked up. But congratulations, you got to take a picture with it. That's good, I guess.
I have a $2,800 offer on the table, and if the guy doesn't buy it tomorrow, I might even take that offer. I was holding out for $3,000.
He's not going to give you $2,800 cash for just the Earthbound. It's not happening. It's not happening. He knows how to work you. He knows how to get you to bring it. He knows when he holds $2,000 cash in front of your face, you're not going to be able to say no because he knows you're poor. These people all know the drill, Aaron. They know how to fuck you.
Why would I take two?
Because you don't have a choice.
$2,000.
Because you don't have a choice.
Going backwards $1,000.
You don't have a choice.
I have all the choice in the world. I don't have to sell shit. I can bring all of this shit to Retropalooza and make the full value. I'm allowing this dude to get a 20 to 25%
You are
come up
fucking.
on the shit.
You are
Just
mentally
because I
ill.
only have 4K and
You are.
I want to turn the 4K into 8K.
You are mentally ill. You're genuinely mentally ill. I'm not even trolling you. I think you need serious professional help. You are mentally fucked and you will never be able to make your life better until you get this shit handled. You need a shrink and you need a therapist because you are beyond delusional. And you're spending other people's money. Pay Greg his fucking money back now. Pay him. Scumbag, pay him. Fuck you. I'm done talking to you. What a retard. I know because I would screw you over him. At the con, people screw you. They know who you are and they know you need money. Well, it's the same way at Pinellas Park. You forget you have to pay Greg Sunday. That's Greg's Earthbound. Ship it to him on Monday. You paid $200 just to own Earthbound for a week. Price charting as it is $2,300. He'll offer you $1,500 to $1,700 because he knows you need the money. Greg needs to refuse to spend $1,000 on the beanbag. I'm with you, Devo, but he's too nice to do it. He's way too fucking nice to do it. Because he's a scumbag, Jason. He's a fucking scumbag to the only person who will do something to help him, which makes you a complete scumbag. He's a scumbag. Just pay the guy his money back. He's going live on the internet to brag that he has the money that he refuses to pay him. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. Aaron makes Lester Green look like I don't know who that is. An Ivy League scholar. What a great stream. I actually like this one better than the one where Dylan admitted he begged for. That was a pretty good one, though. Is there anything else I can clarify for you guys before we go? I got beer to drink and a wiener to pull. We get Mama K's opinion on this. Mama K cut me off a long time ago, Dan. Mama K is no contacto. That's it. It's over. It's all right. She still loves me. If I catch her on Aaron's stream, she loves talking to me, but she won't. She's smartened up enough not to let me talk to her one-on-one. Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show. What about him, Gary? Oh, Lester Green. Yes, Beetle. Okay, I'm sorry. Fuck me running. Gotcha. Yes. Is he dead yet, Gary? I'm not sure. Did he say he couldn't use PayPal because he didn't have $1,900 in? He said that, yes. So how is he going to pay with PayPal? He's talking in circles, thinking. I think he got himself confused, Herbie. He didn't realize. So with Robinhood, as Aaron showed us multiple times, Robinhood gives you almost like a PayPal account, a sort of kind of bank account. They'll give you a debit card that goes with it. It's separate. The money that's in that kind of sort of bank account is not money that's invested in any part of the market. They're just acting as a bank so they can play with your money, right? That's the deal. Whatever. Not dead. Okay, thank you. What Aaron's able to do, I guess with fewer penalties or whatever, is sell stocks or crypto or whatever that he has in Robinhood. And then Robinhood will put that money on his Robinhood debit card that he's free to spend. So there's no reason why he can't sell $1,500, $2,000 on Robinhood, dump it just onto that card, and then make a payment directly from that card. It doesn't have to transfer to his PayPal at all. as you know, I'm sure, Herbie. And he can just be sent an invoice by Greg. And then he could just you click the link, and it's like, what's your card number? What's the expiration date? What's the name on it? The zip code, the security code. And you just make that payment direct like you were buying anything else on the internet. But he refuses. He's pretending he doesn't know that, even though he's been bragging for 2 years about being able to do exactly that to buy lots of games. That's how I'm seeing this. Backbone says Coinbase does that too. You can pick a crypto that they take the money out of. Okay. Herbie says he sounded like he was just hoping Greg would get $1,900 from PayPal mysteriously. I can picture him clicking the submit button for $1,900 and it declining, saying insufficient funds. Why can't it pay out of the ether? Not that ether. You know what I mean. God, Aaron's such a fucking dickhead. Trading away games he doesn't own. Capable of making good on a sweetheart deal. Greg talking himself down from the interest he expected out of it. Just so he can get something out of it. Same old song and dance, man. Hi, Richie. You're just in time to have missed absolutely everything. Thank you for joining. I don't know what else to say. That's it. So now you guys got the whole story. And me chewing Aaron's ass out while he tried to avoid it. And we got the satisfaction of knowing apparently Laurel's chewing his ass out at the same time for apparently exactly the same reasons. So it's a nice consolation prize. I think Bits asked earlier what kind of potato chips I was using. Kettle cooked the original Burr's brand, if that helps. Okay. Really ring the fillings, I'll tell you that. Herbie, if his only option was a bank transfer, tell Greg it was 3 to 5 days. He would probably understand. I agree. And if there's some, I don't know what he's talking about with the tax thing, but a loan, whatever. So then just fucking send him that plus fucking, he helped you out. Send him that plus 20 or 30% so nobody has to worry about anything and call the interest good. And just fucking move on with your life. Send him fucking $2,200. Gives a shit. Make it right. Aaron was clearly going through something else tonight, too. I agree, Diva. AB says the point is, Herbie, he never sold anything from Robinhood and was never planning on it. Thank you for putting it succinctly, AB. He was never actually planning on making good on any of this until he had cleared the lot out. Aaron refused to pull any money out of his pocket to make this happen. And Greg previously made an offer to set Aaron up with exactly that kind of situation indefinitely, and Aaron turned it down because it was too much responsibility, because at the end of the day, he knew he was going to be pulling like shit like this, and that Greg would be rightfully upset about it in hindsight. She's never going to leave him, Jason. Who the fuck else is going to pick her up? Come on. Divorce saga is never coming, Capone, as much as we might like to see it. Jason, he did mention to AB, if I remember correctly, when AB was quizzing him on where this money was coming from and who he was going to pay for all of this with, that Aaron did include Laurel's bank account as one of the sources, yes. AB, correct me if I'm wrong if you're still here, but I seem to recall something along those lines. Divorce him already, Laurel, make the loser home this kid. Fucking jerk off, complete jerk off. At the time, price charting was $25.50. Ethan, it's not a 25. It's not even a $2,500 game. Yes, it's a valuable game. $2,000 for a video game is insane. But that's probably about it. No, Reggie. One-armed fish is feeding. He did mention 1,000 in Laurel's account. He said he had 4K, but it was in 4 different accounts. Another lie. Thank you, AB. She's gonna choke him with the crab claw, maybe. No, Michael, the best part of this is Greg will absolutely loan Aaron money again. And if I get a chance, I love Greg, but if I get a chance to talk to him, I'm going to ream him a new one, because this was beyond stupid. Beyond fucking stupid. Moral of the story, don't fuck with people's money and pay your debts. I agree, Capone. Even if it's going to take you some time, even if you need whatever to make it right, just yes. You're paying $5 a month on $1,000 that somebody loaned you because that's all you can afford. You're making good on a debt. I'll have respect for you then. When you promise somebody their money 2 days later and you don't do anything, that's a problem. Very bad things happen to people when they pull stunts like that. And Aaron is very lucky that it's from Greg, who would never do anything. I mean, he's just going to fuck with him and harass him indefinitely, probably over the whole thing, because to him it's probably funny. It's maddening that he would treat somebody like that. Jason says, moral of the story, never do any type of deal with a Kasharsky. I think that's a safer bet, Jason. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Nine Life says the first thing I would have done was pay Greg back. I 100% agree. Long before we were ever talking about horse trading shit for Earthbound, that kind of thing. Too late. I already read it out loud. Michael's Workshop says, if anything, it probably shows Greg's doing well enough. 2K won't break him. He can afford to gamble. This is Michael. Greg's currently running 4 or 5 retail stores, so forth and so on. And so $1,900 is not. He could walk into the backyard, set $2,000 in cash on fire. It wouldn't hurt him one bit. He wouldn't even notice, I'm sure. That's not really the point. 12 says, this Earthbound's like his quote-unquote $5,000 sun-faded, ripped label N64 collection. You're absolutely right, I don't know. AB, quote, Greg never said this lot wasn't mine until I paid. How do you not understand that? Gary, yeah. Way to deflect, Aaron. I really love that line. Wasn't it good, AB? He's just smart enough to say something like that, but just dumb enough not to understand that it's not working. I love it. Any sane person would pay the debt off first, but not a Kasharsky. Or Capone. Call the guy and say, your partners, I want to go buy this thing and blah, 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 and I got this guy to buy it, and it's this much, and we'll split the profit. Okay, fine. Here's your $2,000. Go sell it. You got a week to sell it, and if you don't, I'm going to come take my shit and not give you any money for your half. Whatever. Fine. Aaron's probably sleeping on the couch tonight. He might be 9 months. Debo says, Aaron puffed his chest as he ended this stream, thinking Blow was defeated. Sweet Christ, was he steamrolled. I don't think I spent the last week with every ounce of my free time, at least 30 hours, worth Debo figuring this out because I had nothing better to do. I don't think I had this. Come on. I've been around. Jason says, the best part is, BH, you said that Greg said he wanted $850 worth of that lot for himself, and if Aaron goes and sells it before he even pays Greg, he might have sold what Greg wanted, which is why Greg is relegating himself to whatever he can get and make good and move on, Jason. Aaron definitely ain't hitting the roast beef tonight. That's for sure. Oh, man. Just a douche. Sometimes the truth hits you like one arm pissed off fat chick. They almost took $1,000 from to pay off Vidya debt. Yeah, true. I think we can actually leave this one up. Some foul language, but I don't think I mocked the disabled too much or anything. Said it earlier, Herbie was a great point, yes. Anything else you guys would like to discuss before I take off? Payday loans, keep store rent paid by Christmas, guaranteed. Hey. Oh, yeah. I'm getting cool. Myself. Mocked and Disabled. Great band name. It's a whole lot better than the number 12. You don't know that? What's the thing Greg wants from me? He wouldn't say, Herbie. He's trying to talk over me when I asked. And then I hung up on him because I was angry. Sorry. You have to call him yourself. Fuck Aaron and fuck the Lenmore Drive molester. I'm with you, Capone. Greg wanted like a game. I guess Greg settled on one game he was really looking for, like $100 as interest, according to Aaron. You could rewatch this and listen to that. So once you find one of those fraud journalists on television and give them this scoop, it's me, your fraud journalist, Gary. I don't get it. There's no money in him at 100. Oh, we talking about Greg buying? It's a pity buy on the beanbag chairs, but Greg could probably get. I'm sure he could get a little more out of him or package him. I mean, Greg's a smart guy. If you can't get at least $100 plus a little profit, he'll throw him in with another package deal where the profit's coming off. So he's not going to get hurt on that. It was still stupid as fuck to buy all those beanbag chairs for $100 a piece, yes, but he'll make it work. If he breaks even or loses a couple dollars, what does he care at this point? Not a big deal. Laura will pay back the debt with jobs. I didn't know you were still here, Kate. Don't worry. By the way, Kate uploaded a lovely, for anyone that hasn't seen it, if somebody wants to link it, Kate, you can link it. You're a mom. A lovely edit of our pal, The Carrie Show, who has found Jesus again, apparently, spoken tongues, and would like us to totally forget about all the disgusting whoring and possibly predatory things she's done in the past, on top of a bunch of other really horrible things I don't even want to bring up. Beanbags are in high demand. CGC says, Greg is a saint. He was going to ship me a game for free. The shipping alone was $15. I had to force him to accept money. I remember that, CGC. That's what he does. Carrie's a Christian again, yeah. Oh, there's the link for you. She found God, but she needs to find a treadmill. Or a STD clinic, or a stockpile of Valtrex or something. Ethan Never Dies says, I always tell Aaron to check. Ethan, do you know any more about this situation or this deal that we don't know that you are willing to talk about? I know that you're local. I feel like maybe you were privy to this lot before it was sold, after it was sold, some of the dealings, whatever. Gary's built like Glenn Danzig. Funny you should say that. She'll be running around with snakes before you know it, yeah. By the way, I don't want to tie Ethan to it, because Ethan, that thing you sent me was really, really funny. But I don't want to say what it was, because you kind of dox yourself with the account, but that was funny. If you get any good offers, let me know. Oh, it's Punk Rock Band again. What a bummer. Meg YT says, laugh at Carrie all you want. I took a dozen beans out of my garden. Oh, congratulations. What a blessing. Regular old Jack and the Beanstalk, huh? Good for you. Who banned Punk Rock Carrie? Most likely. Carrie's got a handful of my accounts banned. I got to dig into the dregs now to leave comments on her stream. JLS is having a jack off stream about what? About me? What? What does that mean, Tokyo? Punk Rock says Carrie has my name on the banned word list. Has been for a long time. Cave says, the prayers for your Down syndrome were precious, Cave. I hope that everybody treats you fairly and equally, because you are, even if you are cripplingly disabled. We love you anyway. My Down syndrome might not be cured, but the church thinks I'm speaking in tongues, and I'm the official tongues guy now. Good for you. Everybody has a place in the world, buddy. Congratulations. CGC, good luck with that one. Oh, that could work, Gary. It's possible. You are the real Jason White, Jason. Did we cover everything? Aaron's a scamming cocksucker. His Earthbound's a piece of shit. I ate a questionable tuna salad sandwich from 7-Eleven, so if you never hear from me again, that's what happened. At least it was something interesting from Aaron for the first time in God only knows how long. I sure hope he pays Greg. Ethan says, Crazy Kate told me about the lot before Aaron bought it, but he couldn't make the deal happen. Okay. I think I'm probably going to pull the plug on this. White Knight, I don't think there's really going to be an after, but there you are. There's really not much more to say. Some suggestions for skirting Carrie's rules. Everybody be well. Don't buy shit from Aaron. Don't bail him out of this situation unless you can really fuck him over on the price, in which case do it. Video game collecting is for dweebs and nerds. You should be embarrassed if you do it. But if you do, don't do dumb shit like trading $3,500 worth of your stuff for $2,000 worth of dweeb material. Go outside, touch grass, and I will see you guys around whenever that is. Do we know the name of the guy coming to the store tomorrow? I'd like to try to convince him at the show. I don't, Jason. I suspect it's probably that game collector guy. If not him, one of the other usual regulars. Probably some other reseller or whatever. It's nothing special. Touch grass, not kids. Good advice. Very good advice. Hello, rope shooter. You're a mod. That's a wild one. Good for you. I'll see you guys around. I'm going to leave this one up. I'm also going to download it to archive it. I don't think anything too bad was said, but probably someone will try to take it down or whatever. And I'll catch you guys soon. I'm all out of anything interesting for you. Have a lovely evening. And I'll probably see at least some of you on some other idiot stream very shortly. Maybe JLS. Let's go talk to her. Take care of yourselves. And goodbye.